what's going on, guys? It's the dude here. Let's go and like this and subscribe and comment. I'm gonna be reacting to this video. Let's go. No, I'm playing. Let's react to this though. Watch this.
Foster care system is probably the worst thing that's going on in the state of Louisiana.
I would never want a child to grow up in a foster care system.
It was better when the church. It was better when the church had control of the end. We were doing much better with it.
I'm sure y'all were.
I'm sure y'all were with your God over there, cause I'm with the devil. That's my take on how she just said that. But here we go.
To be honest with you, right? Do you see your contradictions? Just look.
Everything is a contradiction. When it comes down to choice, nobody else has the right to choose anything that anybody.
Okay.
You're a psych major, is that what you said?
Yes, I am.
And you just looked up that.
And I take
So choice, that's a thing of free will, and all Americans have free will. The freedom to choose what to do and stuff. All Americans, everybody on the face of the planet has free will. There is free choices. So we're talking about abortion here, not. So we're dealing with an egotistical, narcissistic know-it-all over here. And I'll show you here in a second.
Listen, a person is not a human until they have cognitive reasoning skills, correct? Is that what you said?
I said fetuses that are within.
No, then you looked it up, and you looked up in your book that you at 13 is when you have cognitive
skills. And I said they develop cognitive skills at 13.
Therefore, you can. This is the reason you can't. The reason you kill this baby right here is because they don't have that. But your book says at 13 is when they have it. So can we kill 12-year-olds?
Well, a moment ago, you said something compelling a second ago. You said you take an ethics class. You said that, and tell me if I heard you right. You said that nobody has the right to tell somebody else what to do.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't stop child molesters.
Oh, you absolutely should.
So you just contradicted yourself.
She's finding it's completely subjective and relative.
That is yours, but you don't have any say. But so if he wants,
I don't have any say. So that's why there's a bunch of child molesters running around.
But should we prosecute them? Should we prosecute them?
Why not?
So should we? Ought to we prosecute? Yeah, we should. But you,
my moral.
See how she just wants to argue for the sake of arguing because she thinks she's right and he's wrong? Do you see that? No, he asked the question, not stated an opinion like she supposedly thought he did. But watch.
But you just said that we should never tell someone what to do.
I didn't tell you to prosecute them. I said, in my moral opinion, they should be prosecuted. That does not mean just because I said they should be prosecuted, they will be.
No, but it's a moral question. You take an ethics class, so we're talking about oughts. What ought to be the case? And so I think we ought to, say, for example, execute people who kidnapped and enslaved black people.
Absolutely.
And I believe that because of God's law. God's law says that they should have been executed. And it was morally wrong. It's an atrocity. But let's say that someone believed what you believed back during the time of slavery. And, you know, we watch the beautiful black men and women on these auction blocks. We pass by it, and then you say, hey, that's immoral and wrong. We ought not do that.
People back then saying that.
I know. The Christian abolitionists stopped it. Exactly.
She just has to get wherever she thinks that she can get him, and she's right and he's wrong.
So we walk by together and we say, that's morally wrong. And then someone walks by with your argument and says, no, ethically, we can't tell anybody what to do.
That is true because, you want to know why? That is true because...
And now she's going to teach him. Not sit there and listen to what he say and say, you know what, you're right. And think about it. She's going to go off her opinions. And that's true. I agree with you. You just made a correct statement. And I agree with you. And here's why. And then do you expect it to sound like this based on that answer? I agree with you and here's why. Do you expect it to sound like this, people?
If something is... Let me get this correct because I just did a freaking essay on it and I'm freaking burnt.
It's okay. I'm listening.
But
yeah, it's okay.
If that is the cultural, moral law, slavery at some point was morally correct according to American culture.
Not according to scripture, but the law of the land, yes.
She has no idea what she's arguing about. She's just saying stuff that she knows. Slavery was wrong. People back then disagreed with slavery. She's just saying that. So all these college kids, they're just fucking narcissistic, egotistical. They can't sit back and say, and learn something. They can't sit back and learn something. This guy's teaching. So there's my reaction to that.
American culture 400 years ago, slavery to some people was morally correct,
right.
Which is why it stood when it did for so long.
Right.
And for the Civil War to happen and for abolition, technically in terms of Who said this? Rachel said that cultural, ethical laws cannot be changed. They can be deemed as incorrect, but for somebody to come and try to change the moral, cultural law for a certain society, that is wrong. Which is why we had a civil war, because nobody wants their
What are you
cultural
talking
ethics.
Do you see that there's a problem? Because I know what you're saying. Actually, it's a good point.
It's the whole thing in itself. That's why there's so many.
He won't call her out
Some people
because
think
he's
that
such a good
happiness is
Christian.
determined how we act.
But
Some people-
we were talking about how your argument made no sense, and now you're talking of explaining slavery and stuff. So you see, these people won't sit back and learn. You tell them something, and ignorant people, and that's what's wrong with the world, is ignorant people thinking they know everything, when actually they should sit back and learn something. Because then when their brainwashers, the corrupt government and media say this, and this, they listen, and then when we're like, hey, think about it logically for yourself, they're like, no, I know everything. Even though you're ignorant and you don't know nothing. So that's our main problem, is ignorance.